Hi guys, what's up? And welcome back. Today we're gonna take care of the project we created in the previous video. We will optimize and boost the tracks with a touch of creativity. As usual, we will start making macro adjustment, cutting some frequencies and adding effects. So let's start, stay focused and unleash your music. As you can see, I created a clean mixer session. Let's start from the drum kit. Let's have a look to the kick frequency for a while. You can see the attack around 100 Hz, and there's also a lack of harmonics below that. So I want to compress the attack a little bit and add more bottom. What I'm going to do is to add a multiband compressor. Choose multiband compressor. Set first band around 80 and second 500. Ratio 6. Attack around 10 milliseconds. And start lowering the threshold. Then we can boost up this frequency. Like that. Now I'm gonna take care of the attack. Ratio 4. And lower the threshold slowly. Okay. Let's clean up some frequencies. High pass, 40 Hz. Let me cut out around 2.3 kHz. And also I want to check the frequency around 780 Hz. Yeah, this is a big guy. I don't want it. Get lost. Time to add more fuels. So I'm gonna add maximizer and boost the optimize to 40%. Okay, the snaps. Cut around 400 and add more shyness. And then I spot this frequency around 3.5 kHz. Let me lower it a bit. Now I want to add a reverb effects. So what I'm going to do, I go to my track, right click and choose add effects. I call it Room and I go for Roomworks. Mix 100%, increase the time a little bit and cut the low and high frequencies. Go back to the snap track and set the send level. The rim shot. Let's compress first. So I'm gonna add a compressor, ratio 4, and lower the threshold a little bit. As always, clean up frequencies. And I hear something weird around 4 kHz. See it? Let me get rid of it. Check the before, after. And give it a little ambient. Not too much. The clap. As you will know now, clean up the frequency first. Then I want to warm it up a little bit. To do that, I'm going to load Magneto. Solo it. And set the frequency around 150, 60 Hz. And boost it up. Yeah, that's a nice clap. Okay. Now we have 3 elements playing the same pattern, means I have 3 transient peaks in the same spot, and that's not very good. To avoid that, the solution is to move one of them away a little bit. But instead of going in the key editor, select all, drag, tweak, listen, go back and so on, I can simply go here on track delay and start playing with it. I want to add just a little phlegm effect. Like that. For the hi-hat, I want to be very aggressive. So I'm gonna add a plugin called the Tube. It can literally squash the sound, and that's exactly what I want now. Then I'm gonna add Studio EQ. I'm gonna just cut out some low-end frequencies. Like that. A touch of reverb as well. And check the before and after. Before and after. Not bad. Let's check the mix. Okay, maybe I want to cut out more high frequencies. Like that. The castanets. According to the reference, I'm gonna add a very huge reverb. So I call in the game Reverence and choose the preset Tunnel. I'm gonna create a long tail reverb. Let's add more shine. Like that. And maybe I want to remove this frequency. And of course the low end. Around 200. To boost this effect, I'm gonna compress it. So I go here and choose Compress. This is a creative effect, so I can be very aggressive with settings. Okay, now the castanets roll. I want to just clean up the frequencies. And give a little ambient. Well, the drum pattern is done, let's check it out. And that's the moment to set the right levels. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that, let's move to the bass. First of all, I want to boost general sound, so I'm gonna add a maximizer and move this guy all the way up. Like that. That's really powerful. Decrease the channel level a little bit. Now I'm gonna add an EQ to optimize some frequencies. I want to gently lower some low end. Let's go back for a moment on the kick track. If you remember, the attack is around 100 Hz. So I'm gonna decrease a little bit this frequency from the bass track. And I want to add a compressor and let the kick to trigger it. To do so, just add compressor and activate sidechain. Then move to the kick channel and send the signal to the bass sidechain compressor. Now, as you can see, the compressor is activated as the kick comes in. And that's exactly what I want. Let's move to the lead guitar. I know, the starting sound maybe is not so good, but the challenge today is to get the best out of nothing. To do that, I'm gonna add the plugin VST Rack and recall the preset 60 in London. It's a really nice tool with a lot of presets, amplifier, cabinets, effects, microphones to choose from. I leave everything as it is. Maybe I'm gonna just tweak the EQ. Boost this frequency. And maybe cut out a little high frequencies. A little bit more. Okay. Last thing you want to do is to increase the reverb a little bit. And put the guitar in the center of the ballad room. Like that. Okay. It's time for the acoustic guitars. First, clean the frequencies. And I'm gonna put a magneto To get some clarity, find the right frequencies. Yes, this one. Just pump it up. And solo. I checked it before and after. Good. Then I'm gonna add a multi-band compressor to warm up the sound a little bit. Just load it and make some tweaks. Then I will add a little reverb. If you remember, we loaded 2 patches of the same guitar. Now, I want to copy all the channel strip on the other guitar. So what I'm gonna do is go to the first guitar channel, copy and paste on the other channel, and split them left to right. By the way, I can do more. If I right-click and select Stereo Combined Panner, I can set the left-right pan independently. Let's try to move it all the way left and compare it with the Stereo Balance Panner. See the difference? Now I want to tell you another little trick, but first let me add some EQ to this guitar. I want to increase or decrease some significant frequencies. Like that. Then right-click and select Copy EQ Settings. Move to the other channel, right-click, Paste Settings. Right-click again, Invert EQ Settings. This mirroring EQ technique really boosts your stereo image. We can do more, I'll tell you in a while, but first I want to take care of the bassline guitar. As you remember, we set up 2 instruments, a nylon guitar and a muted guitar. We can clean up the frequencies of the main part first. Add a low cut around 80. I want to add a vintage compressor. Set the ratio at 8. And find a good compromise between compression and makeup. Next I'm gonna add magneto. Spot the frequency I need to boost, so I put it in solo. Let's say around 80 and 700. And boost it up. Then I'm gonna remove around 200 Hz. And I'm gonna copy these settings on the other channel. I wanna make it more slappy, you know? Let me spot the right frequency. Yes, maybe like that. Clean up some high-end frequencies. And a little bit of an ambient. Let's check the 2 guitars together. Okay, let's add some stop guitar. Clean up the frequencies. Boost around 6.5 kHz for more clarity. Okay, let's check all the guitars together. Not so bad. Of course, you can use your favorite guitar sample library. But if you don't have a budget to buy one, I want to advise you a very beautiful free VST from Ample Sound. Ample Guitar M2 Lite. And here is a quick test I made for you guys. Check it out. While recording this video, I made a further improvement to the guitar chord pattern. That's what I've done. Here is the first guitar chord pattern. For the second guitar, I created a similar pattern, slightly different for the first. And that's give more boost to my stereo image. I want you to figure out what is going on now, so let's compare the two patterns. If you have your headset on, you can hear the sound bouncing left to right, and that's very nice effect. Last instrument, the electric piano. According to the reference, I'm gonna put it really far away with a huge long reverb. I'm using reverence with the preset tunnel. Then scaling 150, level 5, and 100%. Okay, now I'm gonna add a compressor to boost this effect. Set the threshold and the makeup level. And now I'm gonna add an effect called rotary. It's a classic Leslie emulator. I'm not so self-confident because it's the first time I use it, but I see it does its job very well. Okay, now I want to clean up some frequencies. And then I want to boost the stereo image, so I use the plugin Stereo Enhancer. Move the width all the way right. And set the color. And maybe I'm gonna lower a bit this frequency. Okay, let's open up the tracks and see what happened. Really not bad. Lastly, I can boost the master a little bit, so I'm gonna add a maximizer. Obviously, this is not the right way to make mastering, but it's just a rough finalization. But let's make a quick test with voice. Camila, would you mind?
I love it when you call me SENORITA. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you know I love it when you call me SENORITA.
Anyway, if you like this video, show your thumbs up to YouTube community, leave a comment, subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated. We did a really great job today and we'll do even more in the future video. So stay creative and unleash your music.